Hey K Nation! Sure. 5 siblings. No. 5? No, I have 4 siblings. My parents are not married. My parents are not together. Just what it is. Like, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction, because that's the thing. People want that satisfaction of you responding, being heard, nya, nya, nya. And the devil was fighting. And you know what? We were fighting the devil also. Yo guys, me I talk a lot. You guys want me to talk the whole thing? Let's not be like our hetero mothers and aunties. Stop asking people about when they're having kids for good too, guys. We are a new generation. Hey K Nation, welcome back to another video. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Kay and this is the K Nation. If you subscribe, you're automatically part of us. In today's video, we are having a updated get to know me tag Q&A, because the last time I did one was when I opened this YouTube channel, which was 2021, and a lot has happened since then. I'm no longer a student, I'm no longer single, there's a lot going on in my life. So I asked you guys to ask me a few questions if you had any, and you guys had quite a few, so we're gonna get into those questions shortly. Firstly, let me briefly introduce myself. My official name is Kakaeta Hamauka. I'm 25, turning 26 this year. 26 sounds very serious, guys. I'm 25, turning 26 this year. I'm married, and I'm a young professional and a part-time YouTuber and content creator. Yeah, so that's who I am if you're new and it's the first time seeing my face. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into the questions.
How do you balance the roles of being a wife and a corporate hand?
Sure. Honestly, guys, there's no balance. If I'm to be honest, I don't think there's a perfect balance. What can I say? My job is very demanding. I work long hours, I work over the weekends, I work quite a lot, and being a wife is a full-time job as well. So how do I even say that? Like, I personally take it as it comes. Like, for example, a typical Monday, you wake up, you guys get ready for work, you head out, you come back. While you're at work, you're brainstorming, you're thinking, what are we gonna eat today? What is gonna be for dinner? And then you see what you can whip up. We also have this new thing that we recently started, not like probably a few months back, that we recently started, where we intentionally spend time together. We would like take a walk. For example, we will go for a walk like that. I know, like, I'm spending undivided time with my husband. Once at home, we take like a long hour, an hour long walk, or we come back, and when we get back, we like have, when we get back from work, we'll have like maybe 20 minutes of catch up. And I know you asked about the roles, but luckily in our house, my husband is really not demanding, guys. I'm a really blessed girl. We do everything together. Like, if I'm too tired to cook today, he will cook. If I cook, he will wash the dishes. If I'm doing the kitchen and in the living room, I'm cleaning, he will do the bedrooms and laundry. He just doesn't like cleaning the toilet. So I have to take them out all the time. But it's like, I think because we're both young, we communicated our expectations, and we've communicated our abilities. Like, I'm able to do this, I'm not able to do that, and we found a rhythm that works for us. Honestly, I think that demanding role thing depends from couple to couple. Luckily, I'm not expected to do everything completely alone, and I'm very grateful for that. Helps a lot.
How many siblings do you have?
Yeah. Okay. I have 5 siblings. No, 5? No, I have 4 siblings. I have 4 official siblings, and I'm about to get into why this is a little complicated. So those are my biological siblings that I'm counting. My parents are not married. My parents are not together. And from my mom's side, I am the youngest, also from my dad's side. But from my mom's side, I have an older sister. She's like 7 years older than me. And that's my only sibling from my mom's side. So we're only 2. From my dad's side, I have 3 older siblings. I have an older sister who's well in her 40s. I'm not gonna count, but like she's well older than me. I have another older sister who is turning 37. She's half Canadian, so she's not in the country. You'll never see. Like she's come before, but she's not here. If you see her, it'll be a miracle. Hopefully one day we go visit, or she comes back to visit again. But she's not here. She lives on the other side. She's 37, so she's like, if I count correctly, she's like 11 years older than me. And then I have a brother. No, please, guys, why this first? Anyway, and then I have, sorry, I was really in my civilized era. Anyway, after that, I have a brother. My brother is 6 years older than me. So he's my only brother, literally. But then, so that means I'm the last one on both sides. But then that's not like how my siblingship works. I'm a black person, okay? I have a cousin who's basically my brother from my mom's side who we grew up with, right? He's also like 11 years older than me, but he's my brother, 100%. I have another brother from, so my dad's married, so my mom from that side also, I have a brother from there and a younger cousin slash brother. So I don't know, like I think I was not raised with like these are your only siblings, full stop. Like we are all coming, but biologically I have 4 siblings, 3 from my dad, 1 from my mom.
What's your go-to remedy for winding down after a hectic work week?
Yeah, guys, my go-to remedy is a YouTube video. I will come home, I would have had the most stressful day. Like I will just sit in front of the TV, switch on an hour-long vlog, and I'll be the happiest girl on the face of the earth. That's like my therapy. I like creating content, but I think it comes from the fact that I love to consume content. I love watching content. I love watching Namibian YouTubers, and I have a special love for my South African YouTubers. Like, guys, I'll even watch 2 vlogs and I'll be back. Also, another go-to is after like a hectic week and stuff, when my emotions are like you know, going crazy, or I had a hectic time, I pick up a book. If I pick up a book and I just indulge, I'll be fine within an hour. Like even when I'm upset, right, and I just pick up a book and I read for like an hour, I cool off. So I would say like watching YouTube videos and having like a book that I can read also alternatively, those are my go-tos. Yeah.
Have you encountered any bully on socials, and how did you handle it?
Yeah, I have encountered bullying on the socials. I think I have quite a number of times. Actually reading a book today, Pumi's book, and what she said there is that you don't fight with pigs, otherwise you both get dirty. Otherwise you both get dirty, guys, and that's just what it is. Like I'm not going to give you the satisfaction, because that's the thing, people want that satisfaction of you responding, being heard. I just don't get myself involved. But I have encountered bullying. I think the one person told me, what did they say? And it's always this fake account saying nobody can say anything with their chest lately. Someone said to me, how are you even perfect? Like you have 2 mothers. Guys, what is wrong with having 2 mothers? Like in this day and age, our parents, there is the likelihood that they are not married, and there a problem with me having a relationship, a very close and good relationship with both my mothers? No. And someone else said, yeah, why don't you do your makeup like who, I'm not gonna add her name. That woman really loves herself. So me, because Nyana, I don't draw my brows and I don't put foundation. Like, if you like that, why don't you go watch that person's content? But I just like, I'm not even gonna get involved. But yeah, that's just what it is. I don't really like makeup, so I was also like, this is just whatever. But I don't get involved. I don't fight with pigs because I want to get dirty.
How did you and Mr. Husband meet?
Yo guys, I got this question quite a bit. I think I need to do a separate video, like a sit down video, where I actually get into how we met. But in short, Mr. Husband and I met at church back in, first time we met was 2017. Apparently that's the first time, yeah, that is the first time we met, in 2017. But before that, apparently he had seen me earlier, but I don't remember seeing him. So 2017 was the first time we met, and we met at church. Yeah, I'll do a sit down. I think I need to do that sit down. I didn't know you guys were interested.
When did you know he was the one for you?
When did I know he was the one for me? My husband and I met, like a friend group. So we met at church, and we met through mutual friends. My best friend had invited me to church, and he was already attending church there. So that's how we met. So the basis of our relationship was first built on friendship, on game nights, obviously in a group, on different things. I hope my neighbors are not making a noise. Love thy neighbor, love thy neighbor. So hope they're not making a noise. Anyway, yeah, that's how we met. And then how did I know he was the one? Because of his personality towards others. Like, the guy is kind. The guy gives himself away fully to any and everything, and like, he's just kind-hearted, very loving, very gentle, very supportive. And when we started going out, when we started seeing each other, when we were in a relationship, he was this times 1,000 for me. And I just always felt so well taken care of. Like, I could let go when I was around him. I think that was my one thing. I felt secure, there was security, and I could literally be a baby. I'm still like the biggest baby. Like, I don't know anything when I'm around my husband, and that's how I knew he was for me.
For your first kid.
Hey, but guys, what is this thing about women being in other women's uterus? What are you doing in my uterus, guys? Please get out of my uterus. This is also another question that came up quite a bit. First things first, I know I said like ask me questions, and it's okay. Like, for me personally, I don't mind. Like, I think I'm someone who don't care. Like, I don't mind the question. But on a more sensitive note, why people say don't ask this question is because why I want to tell you guys not to ask women this question. Also, don't ask me this question. Imagine you're asking someone that question and they just had a miscarriage. Are you going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know? Imagine you're asking somebody this question and they're literally struggling to conceive. Are you going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know? Imagine you're asking somebody this question and they just came back from a fertility clinic where they tried an IVF and it isn't working. Are you going to say, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I didn't know? So it's a really sense, it's like they don't say, like, I know it comes from a point of curiosity, but I think when people say don't ask the question is because it's a very sensitive question to ask a woman. And when, like, you're ready, when the person's ready to share, they will share, even if it means it's after the pregnancy and when the baby's here, or when they find out, whether it's 5 months in, 7, when they're ready to share, they will share. And I will definitely share with you guys when I am ready to share. So don't worry about it. But please don't ask women that question. Anyway, to answer your question, we're going to have a baby when God says it's time. And I'm very serious about that answer, because imagine now I say I want to have a baby next month. Then next month comes and then I don't have a baby, and you guys are asking, where's the child? We're waiting. What if I now say we're gonna wait for 2 years and then the Lord says it's tomorrow? So it's literally the Lord's will over our lives. So we'll really have a baby when the Lord says it's time.
How is getting married like?
I don't understand this question. It's like, how is it being married or getting married? I'll answer getting married like it's written, right? I think I'll have to have another video for this. Getting married was like the getting married process was one of my worst processes in my life. Nothing to do with me and my husband. Everything to do with like exterior factors, like with us getting to that point, like relationships broke that will, I doubt, ever be mended, with friends, with family, but also new relationships formed. There was just, it's a mess. I think like it was a spiritual like warfare. Like we literally had to go into a fast. Like I remember before our wedding, I think almost like whole year, we were fasting every single Thursday for the wedding. And the devil was fighting. And you know what? We were fighting the devil also. It was a lot. So it was a lot emotionally. It was a lot like it was a lot, man. It was getting married, and I think it's because like marriage is a God thing, and the devil doesn't want to see a marriage come to be. The devil doesn't want to see a marriage happen. The devil doesn't want to see a marriage be. But when I look at it now, I'm not grateful. I don't want to say I'm grateful for that around my life. I'm not grateful for it, but I don't know what to say. I'm not glad it happened, but I picked up quite a few I picked up quite a few qualities from it. Like I'm more of a prayer warrior now. Fasting is my thing because of what I endured, and now in my marriage I know how to go about things. I know how to cover things in prayer, and it has just made me stronger spiritually, even though it was this close to breaking me. But yeah, that is what it is. Maybe you guys should let me know if you want to sit down on that too.
Will we ever get a story time on how Mr. Hamoka asked for your hand in marriage traditionally?
Oh, so I think that would go with what I just said, right? That would go with, so that's the process. That was the traditional process. So yeah, maybe since you said will we ever get a sit down, maybe we should get a sit down. Do you guys enjoy sit downs? Please comment if you guys will watch the sit downs, because I was like, what if you guys, because I like watching sit downs, so you guys should let me know if you will enjoy the sit downs. But yeah, if you ask, since you've asked will we ever, I assume you would want one, so maybe we should add it to the list of sit downs. How he met and how he proposed traditionally. Yeah.
Tips on how to manage your finances as a young couple.
Yo guys, me I talk a lot. You guys want me to talk the whole thing? Okay, tips on how to manage your finances as a young couple. I'll start with have a budget. Have a budget. It is crucial for you guys to have a budget. Like we have a budget. We put our budget together. We have like a list of the basics and stuff. We have like a sheet, a spreadsheet on Excel of like our monthly expenses and all of this stuff. Everything placed together. Sorry for the noise, guys. But yeah, we have a spreadsheet, and basically our pay slips come out maybe 10 days before payday. So we have all the time to fill it in. And the second tip is, after you fill in that budget, stick to the budget. It is crucial. Like what you've said for groceries is for groceries. What you've said for emergency fund is for emergency fund. What you've said for leisure is for leisure. Like what you've said for black tax is for black tax. If let's say for example, you say your black tax budget is like $1,000. If somebody comes and borrows $800 or wants $800 and you give it to them, and then the next person comes and they want $800, you can't now take 200 here and go take 600 somewhere else. The budget is finished for the month. I have to wait for next month. So I think having a budget and sticking to it strictly, it is very important. And also having goals. Goals help financial plans, I believe, because it's like if you don't know, if you don't have any goals, then you don't know what you're going to do with your money. Basically, you're not gonna tell your money where it needs to go. You're just gonna be like, okay, we paid for the water, we paid for the electricity, we bought groceries, we did this, we fueled the car. What else do we need to do? Nothing. Okay, that means I have a surplus of $1,000. I can spend it however I want. No, but if you have goals, you tell your money where to go, because we can't just be living paycheck to paycheck, right? So if you have goals, you know that okay, after everything is set aside, we want to do this little project, so let's also put this money towards that little project per month. Yeah, but I'm not a guru. A year and a few months into having a budget with my husband, so we're just getting there.
What is the biggest lesson you learned in 2024?
What is the biggest lesson I've learned in 2024? To put God above everything else in my life. Absolutely everything else. I've known this all my life, but I think it is more evident now. Yeah.
How have you been, dear?
I've been good. The new year is good. I feel good. I've been really good. I really cannot complain. I'm happy with this life that the Lord has blessed me with. I am extremely grateful. I mean, it's not perfect, but for the most part, man, I've been great, and I'm carrying a heart of gratitude. This heart of mine, it's a very grateful heart. So I've been very good.
Firstly, you are loved. I love your content. When are we expecting a little one? And how would you advise someone looking to give their life to God and finding the right church? For that, keeping in mind that I'm married and my husband is not the born again type. He is more of a character who took with her, if you get me.
Okay, thank you. You are loved too. Thank you for being part of the K Nation, and it makes me very happy that you like my content. Regarding the little one, I think we've answered that question. And then is it finding the right church? Is how would you advise someone who's trying to give their life to Christ? I would say start with prayer. I would say start with prayer. I would say start praying for your life. Start praying for your husband. Your heart is clearly already softened. That's why you have a desire to be born again. So I would say start with prayer, and then secondly, I would say find a church. Find a Christian church. Find a church, because community is very important, right? You will give your life to Christ when you feel the moment is right. I cannot be like, give your life to Christ today. You will give your life to Christ when He calls you, when you feel it in your hearts of hearts that you can't anymore. And that moment can be anywhere, in your room, in church, with a pastor. Just, you will say the salvation prayer when your heart cannot take it anymore, and you will give your life to Christ. So I would say start with prayer, find a local church. You need community, especially when you're starting out. I go to a Reformed Baptist church, so try to find a church with sound teaching. Try to find a church that is based on the word, because there are a lot of churches that you'll come across that are wolves in sheep's clothing, that don't teach the word. I think my trick is find a church that teaches about God more than about self. Find a church that teaches about that does not edify you, but teaches about God and how you can surrender your life to Him, how you should live a holy life. Find a church that will teach you about, I don't want to go into doctrines, but yeah, find a church that's just going to teach you the word. and not going to be trying to get into your pockets. So pray about that also. Pray for a church. Sometimes things happen in miraculous ways. Somebody will invite you to a church, but pray about finding a church. If you see a local church, go there, go visit. You don't have to stay. If you don't like it and your spirit does not sit well with it, leave and visit another church. Don't feel bound to a church that you join in the very beginning, or don't feel bound to a church that you feel like, I give my life to Christ here, so I gotta stay here. When the Holy Spirit speaks, we listen. So I'd say find a church and start with praying. Just like the Lord has put it upon your heart to want to be born again. You can't change your husband. All you can do is pray for him. And if it is the Lord's will, He will put it upon his heart. You are to continue as a loving wife, as a submissive wife to this husband that the Lord has blessed you with, and live on your knees. Pray for the man. Pray for that man day and night, and the Lord will work. And as you live according to the Lord's will and also submissive to your husband, He will see the changes, and that will also move his heart. So wish you all the best.
What's your profession right now, and what did you study?
I studied logistics and supply chain management / procurement. I work for a financial institution, and I work under technology and operations. That is as far as I'm willing to share about my work, about my corporate job right now. Yeah.
How you guys met? When is the first baby to come? How do you like your new family?
Yeah, this baby that you guys want. Are you guys, you virtual aunties, are you going to buy diapers? Oh, who said? How did we meet? I answered that. When is the first baby coming? I answered that. Guys, let's not be like our hetero mothers and aunties. Stop asking people about when they're having kids. For two guys, we are a new generation. And how do I like my new family? What do you answer? I like them very much. Or I like them very little. Like, what is the answer? No, I like my new family. I don't know how to answer the question. I think it comes up again, but I like my new family. They're pretty decent people. They're kind. They're loving. I like my new family. How do I like them? I like them. Yeah.
Do you have a good relationship with your husband's family? What are your 4 surnames? What are your full names?
Okay. So I have a good relationship with my husband's family. I do. Next one was?
What are your 4 surnames?
Oh, my 4 surnames. My maternal side, my grandmother's surname is Hengari. My grandfather's surname is Marenga. From my paternal side, my grandmother's surname is Sherivanga, and my grandfather's surname is Kavisheni. But my grandmother is married to my grandfather, so I don't really have any close relation to like the Sherivangas. Like I don't even know if my dad does, but yeah, they were married like a long time ago, so I don't really know them. But that was her surname. So it's Marenga in Hungary, and Kavisheni in Sherivanga. Kavisheni na Sherivanga. Yeah.
What are your full names?
Guys, we need to go fight my parents. My parents, I don't know what was going on when they were naming me. I only have one name. I only have one official name. And my name is Kakaeta. Let's say that again. Kakaeta. Okay, one more time. Kakaeta. Okay? I don't use my name because it annoys me the way people pronounce my name. My name has been mispronounced since primary school. I don't appreciate it. I'm not okay with it. So I just don't use it because I'm like, you guys already don't know how to say the name. So yeah, that's my only name. I think the only tribe that says my name right, some heroes don't even know how to say my name. The only tribe that says my name right, that has not missed, not even with one person, the Oshimambo tribe. I don't know how. They say it in Oshirero, they say it proudly, they say it well. I don't even know who taught them, but that's why I don't use my first name, because I'm like, I get really annoyed by people mispronouncing my name. Yeah. So I'm Kay, or family name is Kai. Yeah.
Advice you would give to your younger self?
Oh, my sweet Kay. Okay, that time I was even Kelly with cut. If you know me from like high school days, that time I was Kelly. I don't even know where I found the name. I can't stand it now. But anyway, advice that I'll give to my younger self: don't lose yourself. Don't try to fit in. You are amazing just the way you are. You don't have to try to fit in. You don't have to try and box yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. Be you, the world will adjust. Find your identity in Christ. Otherwise, the world will try to define you. Okay? And last but not least, your dark skin is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Embrace it, because it is stunning. Yeah. One last question.
How do you balance between being born again and having worldly friends?
That's a really tricky one, hey? Not really that tricky. The one thing that you need to have there are boundaries. Strict boundaries. Because one thing about the world, it will want you to adjust to their terms. Like when you come, or like when you hang, like I'm making a reference, and one thing about the world is it will want you to adjust to how they are. Meaning, if you're with your worldly friends, they'll want you to adjust to the way they speak, they'll want you to adjust to their actions, they want you to adjust to all of these things, and will not stand for you saying, no, I don't appreciate that, don't talk to me that way, don't use that language. So you need to have strict boundaries, and you need to have respectful friends. You need to have, even though they're in the world and you're still praying for them or whatnot, they need to be respectful human beings, decent human beings that can respect your boundaries. If they don't, cut them off. Because why? What does the Bible say? If your if your right hand causes you to your left eye. That verse that says, if your left eye causes you to sin, plug it out. If those friends are causing you to stumble, remove them from your life. They are not worth you. They're not worth you going there, to that place where there's fire. It's not worth it. So if they cause you to sin, if they tempt you to sin, just cut them off, bro. But the main thing with those friends that you respect and you appreciate, that you build a relationship with, have strict boundaries. They are very necessary. Otherwise, you will find yourself compromising. It will be you that will compromise, not them. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better. Don't forget to like it if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. Guys, I forgot to tell you, please don't skip the ads. If you see any ads on this video, please do watch the ads. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please give me suggestions of sit-down videos that you guys would like me to film, because clearly you guys want to know a thing or two, and I enjoyed filming this. If you enjoyed watching it, let me know in the comment section, and let's engage. If you want to talk some more or give some more advice to the ladies that asked questions and stuff like that in the comment section. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Adios.